Coming up on Nightly News, some college students say they are upset they will not be receiving a stimulus check from the government. We'll tell you how the stimulus bill is impacting college students and what one UCF student has to say about it.
Newly elected student government president and vice president Sabrina and Stephanie won their election just days before UCF shut down face-to-face classes. Learn how they are adapting to the new situation and their transition into office.
And the NCAA granted schools the ability to give certain student athletes an extra year of eligibility due to COVID-19. We'll tell you which student athletes this pertains to. Nightly News starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Partain and today is Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. Former UCF Provost Elizabeth Dooley resigned yesterday in the midst of an ongoing investigation. NSM Today news editor Jason Beatty has been closely following the investigation throughout the semester, so I reached out to him to get the latest on Dooley's investigation.
So Jason, obviously topic of discussion today, Elizabeth Dooley, been kind of a storyline that you've been following personally throughout the semester. So can you kind of just tell us about what just happened, what all you know about the situation?
Email just a few hours ago, earlier in the afternoon, saying she made the decision to step down from her position for personal reasons. I don't know what the investigation entails. UCF's been really quiet about that. We do know I actually asked, it's still ongoing, which is interesting because she's stepping down as provost of the university and the vice president for academic affairs, and she actually is returning to the faculty as at the College of Community Innovation and Education. Seymour wrote in his email to the staff today. Michael Johnson, who was the dean of the Nicholson School of Communications, he still will continue as interim provost. And help with the presidential transition to bring in Alexander Cartwright as the new president of UCF.
What kind of this decision, what's that next step UCF and the university has to take after this kind of announcement's been made today? Yeah,
I think turning the page on a chapter in a long book for UCF that's gone back even to when Dale Whittaker was forced to resign. This idea of a scandalous university or just dark cloud hanging over the head of UCF, trying to get back in a good eye with the state legislature and the folks up in Tallahassee, and Dale Whittaker resigns, get an interim president who's done a pretty good job, and then you go on a year-long search and get a home run hire in a lot of folks' eyes with Alexander Cartwright. So that's one chapter closed, and then you have out of nowhere, really, in the beginning of this semester with Elizabeth Dooley just being put on paid leave. That was just another thing added on to this. And now she's resigning and stepping down from that position she was previously in. So I think turning the page for UCF was really important. And like going back to what we said previously, the timing of this following the appointment of Alexander Cartwright, it does help UCF kind of go, okay, we're a different university from here on out.
Governor Ron DeSantis has issued a statewide stay-at-home order today. The order takes effect Thursday night at midnight and will last at least for 30 days. The only exceptions to this order are going to the grocery store, getting gas, going to the pharmacy, going to your doctor if necessary, and those traveling to and from an essential job. Now let's take a look at some of the hotspots in the country for COVID-19. New York is still the epicenter of the virus in the United States. As of Wednesday afternoon, the state reported 76,049 cases of COVID-19 and 1,714 deaths. Out in California, the state reported 8,584 cases, making it the third highest state total behind New York and New Jersey. California reported 183 deaths. After being one of the heaviest areas of concentration for the virus in early March, the spread of COVID-19 in Washington has finally started to slow down. As of Wednesday afternoon, the state reports 5,482 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 225 deaths from the virus. Here in Florida, however, COVID-19 continues to spread very rapidly. The state reports 6,741 cases and 85 deaths across 57 of the state's 67 counties. An additional 772 people in the state have been hospitalized due to the virus. Now let's take a look at what those numbers mean for us here in Central Florida. As of Wednesday afternoon, Orange County reported 392 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The county reported 92 new cases since Tuesday afternoon. 4 people have died in Orange County due to the virus. Seminole County reported 21 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the county's total number of cases up to 109. Osceola County reports 115 cases of COVID-19, 21 of which are newly reported. The county also reports 1 death from the virus. COVID-19 continues to spread slowly in Brevard County. The county reports just 38 cases, 6 of which are newly reported. In Miami, Milan Martinez, UCF Knightly News.
Some students say they are not happy knowing that they will not be receiving any money from the stimulus bill because their parents claim them as a dependent on their tax return. The $2 trillion stimulus bill was signed by the president on Friday. The bill will give joint households $1,200 with an additional $500 per child. Those who will not be getting funds from the bill are adults who have been claimed as dependents, such as college students. Some UCF students say they are not happy as most say they already knew what they were going to spend the money on. UCF student Cheryl Lee Ann Beeler said that she really needed the extra money since she is unemployed.
When I heard that Trump was passing that, I was pretty excited, but then I heard that since I'm a dependent, I can't claim anything. I was like kind of just really sad, honestly, and scared, to be honest. Like, I have bills that I need to pay.
Some students are hoping that they will eventually be paid by the government. The government will begin sending out payments as fast as possible up until December 31st of this year. In Orlando, Jenna Ehrlich, UCF Nightly News.
Orange County Public Schools are doing their part to feed the children in our community with free drive-through grab-and-go meals. Every weekday between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., children 18 and under and any registered students in the district can grab a free meal. To get the free meal, students don't even have to show an ID or qualify for the free and reduced meal program. Orange County Schools PIO Lorena Arias says ESE students do not have to accompany their parents to receive a free meal. She says, parents of special education students need to tell the attendant on duty that their child could not accompany them to receive a grab-and-go meal. They should also bring all of their children, except those in ESE, to pick up the meals. Families and children in Central Florida are able to go to any of the 50 designated school pickups, and the students do not have to be attending the school where the meals are being distributed. You can check the OCPS website for an updated list of pickup spots. Lynx is also offering free bus service to any children and their guardians through April 15th. All you have to do is say you're on your way to grab and go. In Orlando, I'm Easton Underdahl, UCF Nightly News.
Right now, groceries may be difficult to come by, but the restaurant, Four Rivers Smokehouse, has a resolution.
As the coronavirus pandemic goes on, groceries continue to sell fast. At Four Rivers, a program called Groceries for Our Youth started. Customers can buy groceries or food from the restaurant online through their app or drive-thru. Customers don't have to leave their cars because employees will bring their groceries and take out to them. Jay Savada, marketing manager, says since Four Rivers was already passionate about helping the community, this was no big deal.
We felt like if people were having a tough time finding this and we had access to it, then why not find a way for us to make it available to them? We very much want to, throughout this crisis, continue to find ways to give back to people.
For people who want to stay safe within their homes, Four Rivers offers delivery services with no delivery fee within 20 miles from the restaurant. Groceries cannot be delivered. You can also use third parties like Uber Eats to deliver. In Orlando, Alexis Coleman, UCF Nightly News.
Hi Knights, it's Jeremy Brenner. A few days ago, I spoke with Sabrina and Stephanie, the new president-elect and vice president-elect of student government, to talk about how their transition has changed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So May 8th was the inauguration date. Has that changed at all?
That's still up in the air. I believe it's still going to be the same start date. We might not have an official in-person swearing in. It's, again, depending on where the world is at that point in May. But we're taking it moment by moment and trying to just take in these moments as president-elect and vice president-elect and just start knocking things off our to-do list and really just basing it off of where the world is at.
Yeah. So I know that a lot of students are concerned about a lot of different issues with, moving out of housing and commencement and all that. What is your message to students who might be concerned about various different things during this time?
I think that this is a scary time for all of us, and we want students to know that first and foremost, we care about their health and safety, and we are all going through this together. And I think that's kind of the message that we have at this university, is that we're really a community and we're going through all this together. I think the biggest thing to know right now is that students have each other's backs. So Kyler and Madeline, their administration right now, is pushing out a survey for seniors to see what they want and what's best for the commencement, whether it be summer, fall, digital, and kind of gauging that student perspective. And as we go through this together, we have to take it moment by moment and see where the world is at and base it off of what is the federal government saying, state and local governments as well. But we're going to get through this together as a community, and we just need to focus right now on being safe and hopefully getting to see each other soon.
Yeah, and definitely, we know it, again, it's definitely like a really scary time. We have never gone through something like this at all. So we definitely just want to emphasize to the student body that we hear your concerns and that we are trying as best as we can to solve them and to just see what we can do with any concerns.
Applications to join Sabrina and Stephanie's cabinet are on Night Connect and are open until April 10th. To view the full extended interview with me and Sabrina and Stephanie, head to our YouTube channel. In Orlando, Jeremy Brenner, UCF Nightly News.
24 students were honored as Order of Pegasus this year, but due to the coronavirus, their ceremony was canceled. Their ceremony would have taken place on April 6th. UCF picks the recipients based on the high performance as UCF bachelor degree students in the areas of academic achievement, university involvement, leadership, and community service. According to the Order of Pegasus website, the award is deemed to be the most prestigious student award. Senior graduate student and previous Order of Pegasus recipient, Kate Kilpatrick, says the ceremony was a great way for her to see what UCF students and other majors had to offer. She said the recipients should take the opportunity to learn from each other's research and achievement.
Being a part of this network and a part of the recipients of this award is really cool and important, and it's bigger than just our individual work. So if you can take the opportunity to see who else is in this group with you, take it, try it, and look and see it, so you can see where your work is fitting into this community of Knights.
Senior Public Administration major and current recipient Kyler Gray says he believes that he received the Order of Pegasus Award this year because of the leadership he brought to UCF for the past 4 years.
As for Order of Pegasus, Dr. Malloret informed us that they would be mailing our medals and different things like that, and then they would have another ceremony later next year to recognize us.
UCF has not decided on the rescheduled date at this time. In Orlando, Natalie Monalegre, UCF Nightly News.
Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. It is currently 68 degrees outside with a humidity of 45% and winds coming in from the northwest at 10 miles per hour and a 0% chance of rain. Tonight we have a low of 53 degrees and a humidity of 39% with winds coming in from the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour and again a 0% chance of rain. Now let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. On Thursday, we'll have a high of 79 degrees, a low of 56 degrees, and a 0% chance of rain. On Friday, there will be a high of 82 degrees, a low of 58 degrees, and a 0% chance of rain. On Saturday, we'll have a high of 84 degrees, a low of 63 degrees, and again a 0% chance of rain. On Sunday, we'll have a high of 81 degrees and a low of 62 degrees with a 20% chance of rain. So you may want to make sure to keep that rain jacket on you. On Monday, we have a high of 84 degrees, a low of 64 degrees, and a 0% chance of rain. Now we'll go to our nightly news sports update.
In a statement released on Monday by M. Grace Calhoun, the NCAA D1 Council Chair, the NCAA gave individual schools the ability to make decisions on student-athlete eligibility regarding spring 2020 sports. The statement reads, "The Council's decision gives individual schools the flexibility to make decisions at a campus level. The Board of Governors encouraged conferences and schools to take action in the best interest of student-athletes and their communities, and now schools have the opportunity to do that. Simply put, individual schools can now grant student athletes of spring 2020 sports an extra year of eligibility due to COVID-19. On March 12th, the NCAA canceled all winter and spring sports championships due to the outbreak of COVID-19. And a day after the NCAA made that announcement, UCF Vice President and Director of Athletics Danny White gave his thoughts on student-athlete eligibility.
So is it about getting an extra year of eligibility, which I strongly believe all the winter sport kids that lost their championships should get an extra year of eligibility, and obviously the spring sport student athletes as well.
While this can potentially give student athletes in spring sports another year of eligibility, this won't apply to winter sports, which played out their entire regular seasons. The NCAA is yet to make an announcement on how this decision could impact incoming freshmen that will compete for spots on future college rosters. Reporting for UCF Knightly News, I'm Kyle Partain.
The coronavirus is causing harm to numerous people around the world. Despite the nationwide social distancing efforts, people are finding new ways to stick together. One UCF student is taking the initiative to encourage people to donate to COVID-19 relief funds.
Colin Smith started the hashtag One Team Challenge after taking notice of many quarantine challenges on social media. He says the challenge is meant to bring aid to medical professionals and charity workers.
Decided to donate to relief funds and feeding funds, just to kind of do my part, because I know that I'm sure a lot of people aren't, because they're scared and they don't really know what's happening. So I thought, why not try? That's kind of what I've been doing. I led the whole hashtag One Team Challenge, which essentially was encouraging and essentially challenging people to donate and do their part to help our medical professionals and our charity workers out there.
Smith says his inspiration came from a Budweiser commercial which shed light on supporting prominent figures in society. He says their partnership and donations to Red Cross motivated him to promote COVID-19 relief.
I stayed up all night thinking about it. I was like, should I really try this challenge? I'm seeing push-up challenges. I'm seeing coffee challenges. I mean, come on. I mean, what's the harm in trying this? And so that afternoon, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
Smith says the challenge has raised at least $140, and he's proud of the in and out of state support.
I cannot be happier, and it's cool that people are starting to realize that we can help even from home. So it's neat. This is the right step forward, in my opinion.
Smith is finding new ways to do community service while practicing social distancing, like road cleanups. He says he plans to ride out the rest of quarantine at home to protect his health, but after, he plans to do more in the community. That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with us throughout the week on our YouTube at UCF Knightly News. And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.